What is up, guys? Nate here. First of all, hopefully you guys like the new intro, just trying out something different. Second of all, today I do want to apologize, first of all, for not doing many videos lately. I've just been bombarded with schoolwork, and also I haven't been able to do any more Deuce and a Half videos because the Deuce and a Half is getting some work done on the transmission. So that is a whole nother story for a whole nother day. When we get the truck back, I'll probably do a video on that. We've been doing a ton of work on that lately. But like I said, that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother day, so I'll do a video on that. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the one thing that's really been going on here. It has been pretty quiet, and that is with the MG. Now, we've been playing around with that, and like I said, definitely check out my Instagram at thecar_kid. I do a lot of updates on there. Also, I did post about the MG. I said that we may finally have the problem figured out. I mean, it's not a definite conclusion, but it's close. So I just thought I'd give you guys a little update on that because there's nothing else going on. So let me get the camera turned around here and hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, so we're at the MG right now. We're on the passenger side, and on this side we have the two carbs. Now the reason we have this side open is because we have determined that the issue with the MG is a problem with this front carb. So the way we determined that is, first of all, what we did is we replaced the plugs. Obviously, I said that in the last video. But what we decided to do is while the car was running, we were going to pull each one of the spark plug wires individually, and if when we pulled it, the idle changed, obviously that cylinder is firing. But if you pulled that plug wire and absolutely nothing in the idle changed, then you know that that cylinder is not firing. So we went ahead and started with cylinder number 1, the very front one, pulled the wire, nothing happened, the idle stayed the same. Went ahead, plugged it back in, went to number 2, pulled it, nothing changed. Plugged it back in, went to 3, 3 and 4 were the only two cylinders that changed, which indicated that the front two cylinders were not firing. So our first kind of thing we did there is we pulled the plugs for 1 and 2, and we held them against the ground and made sure we were getting spark, which we were. So knowing that we're getting spark on those front two cylinders means that we're not getting fuel to them. Now, the way that this carburetor setup works on with the dual SU carbs is that the front carb works most of the front cylinder and some of the second cylinder, and then the back carb runs the rest back there. So that means to me that this front carburetor is not doing anything. So, like I said, with school and everything, I haven't been able to play around with this a lot. And also, the only two people that are working on this right now is me and my grandpa. So, I mean, we know about it, but, we're not experts. So, what I did is, what I have to do now is take the intake off here, which is held on by 2 nuts on the back here of each of the carbs. And then, this is an oil bath air filter, by the way, and it's just got a rubber hose that goes in there that comes off. So then that'll come off. But my first thing that I did is made sure that we're actually getting fuel to this carb. So I followed the fuel line, which, by the way, goes into the front carb here, or the back carb, pardon me. Goes into the back, and then the front carb actually piggybacks off of the back carb and goes up to the front here. So I went ahead and loosened this up, and I had a towel under there, and it had fuel there. So I went ahead and turned the fuel pump on real quick, and we're getting fuel up to the carb. So that makes me think that something, unfortunately, inside the carb is not working. So that ought to be fun. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull the intake off, which you'll be able to then see directly into the carburetor that goes into the engine. And we'll be able to see if there's actually fuel spraying into the engine, which I highly doubt there is. So there are a few things that could be going on then inside of here. One of the things that I'm assuming may have happened is that there may be a really small particle of dirt or something that got clogged in the jet. Also, there could have been all sorts of other stuff that has failed in there. So, but yeah, the other thing is, of course, we threw away the old plugs, but I have the hood closed. The front two plugs were not even wet. They looked like they were absolutely brand new right out of the box, which makes me think that it's not even getting any fuel. So, like I said, our next step is to go ahead and pull that intake off and take a look inside of there while it's running and see if we're getting fuel, which I highly doubt. Now, after that, luckily it is getting close to winter, so we're going to have a lot of time to play around with this. But the next thing really then, after we do that, is to go ahead, pull the carburetor apart, and figure out why we're not getting fuel into the combustion chamber. So, like I said, we got all winter to play around with that, so yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. Anyway, everything else around the shop, by the way, is same old, same old. You know, nothing's new with the Camaro. I have been driving it around here a lot. Finally hit 5,000 miles, which is pretty impressive. The car only had about 3,000 when I got it, so put about 2,000 miles on it in basically one summer and a fall from last year. The Willys, we still haven't played around with that yet. We got to put it up on the lift first of all, make sure we don't have any leaks from the clutch there. And like I said, the El Camino, things with this just to, you know, really calm down. We haven't been doing anything with it since my last update video. Pretty much just sitting here waiting for our welder guy to come over, because you know, usually I would weld this up just like I did the floor pans. But when you're dealing with something structural like this, you know, with the A-pillars and your firewall and also your door hinges, I honestly, I don't want to get involved in that. So anyway, that is probably going to do it for this video. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on the MG. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to give it a like down below. Also, please go ahead and comment down below maybe a suggested video that you'd like me to do. Maybe you want me to do a video on the Camaro full walk around or El Camino. Also with the Deuce and a Half, I really want you guys to go ahead down in the comment section and make a suggestion for a Deuce and a Half video. You know, I am planning to do a bed video, you know, kind of show you guys the bed of the Deuce and a Half. And also I am planning on doing a couple videos on the mods with the Deuce, not really mods, but you know, things we've done to it. And also, like I said, then the issues that's going on with it and why it's in the shop. So if you guys have any more suggestions for the Deuce and a Half, definitely put them down in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it, and I will do my personal best to get those videos up for you guys. So that'll do it for today. Thank you guys, and have a great day.